Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the MAXXMMA patented water and air heavy bag. So stay tuned. Before we do a review of the heavy bag, let's do a quick close-up. Starting from the top, you do have 4 nylon straps that are stitched onto the crown of the bag. You also have this horizontal nylon strap that's stitched on. And the 4 straps go all the way to the top and have 2 metal D-rings that you can use to attach to whatever you're going to use to hang the bag. You do have the zipper closure at the very top, which is where you insert the air and water bladder. It does say made in China right here with the tag. Coming down, it does say MAXXMMA across the front of the bag. And you also have this large red X with the trademark logo. And the material that they use is a nylon tarpaulin style material. Coming down to the very bottom of the bag, you also do have a nylon attachment if you want to anchor the bag down, and you can see it kind of goes across the bottom of the bag. The texture of the bag has a little bit of a small texture to it. It's not very rough, nor is it smooth. I'd say it's right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and do the review. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here. Today I'm doing a review on the MAXXMMA patented water and air filled heavy bag. This retails for $108 on their website. Dimensions wise, it's 3 feet in height and about 13 inches in diameter. When you fill it up, the range is between 70 to 120 pounds in weight, just depending on how much water you put into the bag. The exterior is made of this vinyl-like tarpaulin synthetic material. You also have 4 nylon straps at the very top with 2 metal D-rings to attach it to whatever you use to hang the bag. You also do have a zipper closure on the very top of the bag that you can open up, and that's where you insert the bladder. The bladder actually has 2 chambers, and the inner chamber being inflated with air, which is a very unique feature, and is quite frankly the reason why I got this bag. And the outer perimeter of that bladder is filled with water. You also do have a tag that shows that it's made in China. MAXXMMA logo on the front of the bag, and you also have the X logo right there. And like I showed you guys earlier in the video, you do have a nylon strap at the bottom of the bag if you want to anchor it down so it prevents the bag from swinging around. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering why the hell am I reviewing this particular bag? Well, I actually hit a bag, and it might have been this MAXXMMA brand, and you might have seen it in some of my videos at one of the gyms I train at. Now, when I started hitting this bag, I noticed that it felt very different from traditional water or aqua bags, in the fact that if you've ever hit a Polyform or any of the aqua bags out there, when you hit it, it's more forgiving on your joints when you hit it compared to a standard heavy bag that's filled with rags or clothing or foam. And the fact that your punch kind of sinks into the bag. But with standard heavy water bags, it's just filled completely with water. So you kind of get like a bouncy snap back when you punch that. And it feels good, but sometimes I just don't like the way that bounciness of that bag feels. So with this bag, what makes it really unique is that the outer perimeter, the surface, is actually water, but the inside is inflated with air. The bladder on the inside, which is included in this video, you have 2 chambers. You just basically fill it with air, and once you fill it all up with air, it has another chamber, and they actually provide you with this hose that comes with this bag. This end of the hose actually goes over your water spigot. And then from there, you just take the other end of the hose and you fill it up with water. So you fill that up, and then essentially this outer chamber is filled with water. So when you're punching this bag, the first layer that you're punching is the water, but the inner chamber of air also disperses the force of your punch. And it's really hard to describe it, but it's probably one of the most satisfying punching bags I've punched. Now, I know everyone's going to say, well, it's just entry-level cheap brand MAXXMMA, why would you get that? But trust me when I tell you, when you punch this bag, it feels, in my opinion, better than standard aqua bags, regardless of what brand they are. and it just is more forgiving on your joints. For me, I've, over the years of training, I have tendonitis. A lot of people call it golfer's elbow, but you get some pain right down here on the inner portion of your elbow. And, that's from over the years of training, right? You're landing punches, and every time you land, especially your like hooks, you're putting a lot of pressure on your body, especially on your joints and your tendons right here. And when you punch this bag, it just feels really amazing. You get really good crack and pop sound when you hit it. It just feels really good. And because there's air in the core of the bag, your punches sink in more, and you get this really satisfying pop and crack every time you hit this bag. And when you put the gloves on, you'll know what I mean when you start hitting it. It doesn't feel quite as good when you're hitting it bare hand. It feels almost like you're slapping the bag, and it actually makes that sound even when you're punching it with your knuckles. So it does hurt your skin a little bit if you're using it bare knuckles. So I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend at minimal using a pair of bag gloves. So I'm gonna get a pair of gloves on just to kind of demonstrate and tell you guys kind of my feedback on how the bag feels. When you punch this bag, particularly with power shots, that's when you really feel good. And you can see it has a good amount of rebound, but I don't feel any shock in my elbow at all. Now, if I was hitting like a nozzle bag, I'm sure you guys have seen it in my old videos, the yellow and black one. It's actually at one of the gyms my buddy trains at. Or any of the other bags that are more firm on the surface, I would definitely feel the shock more through my elbow and in my shoulder. But with this bag, it dissipates the shot so well. And hopefully you guys can hear it, but it just sounds so good when you hit it. So just an amazing feeling bag. And I know they say that it's a patented design. So I'm assuming they have some kind of design patent with this bag. But I definitely feel this is, to me, I hate saying technology because that makes it sound way too technical, but just the design of it with the air in the middle is really a game changer. My only questioning about this bag, or my only worry, is I've only had it for maybe 5 months now, 6 months. And I've taken good care of it, but with the heat here in Phoenix, and if you were to have this bag outside, like if it's not inside the gym, if you have like an outdoor gym, I just don't think that this vinyl material they use here is going to hold up very well compared to like some of the other nicer brand. Like Rival has some tarpaulin bags, Nazo, ProLast, Pro Boxing Supplies, you name it. They all pretty much make their bags the same place and just rebrand it. But this material is definitely cheaper than that. And you obviously at the price, it kind of reflects at $108. So that's my main concern, is the durability. I mean, the nylon straps is nice. The stitching is done very well on the areas that are stitched. The nylon and the metal D-rings is good. They didn't cheap out on that. It's just this surface vinyl material is what I'm most concerned about over the years of using it. But then again, at $108, it's not too big of an expense for a heavy bag. So even if this bag lasts you 2 to 3 years and you beat the hell out of it, I think that's not a bad price, considering that a lot of you pay for more than $100 for a pair of gloves, and you guys blow through those probably in a couple of months or even a year. So, all things considered, people are probably gonna say, well, this is kind of a weird brand, and it's very like beginner entry level. Why would I get a bag like that? Trust me, I think this is a very unique bag, especially the way it feels when you punch it. You'd be really surprised on how good this bag feels to punch. So again, that was my only reason why I got this bag. I tried it at another gym, and it kind of caught me off guard when I started hitting it. And I was like, wow, what kind of bag is this? It doesn't feel like a standard aqua bag. There's something in here. And then that's when I found out that it actually has an air pocket down the middle. So overall, I'm very satisfied with this bag, surprisingly. I actually have a double end bag that lasted like 10 seconds from MAXXMMA, and that's a whole different story. That was a piece of equipment I was not happy with. With this one from them, definitely I'm happy with this, even at the price point. At the price point of 108, it's definitely worth a try, especially for those of you that are looking for something, and maybe you have wear and tear on your body and you still want to hit the heavy bag, but you want to, have a little bit more longevity to your body, then this is definitely something I'd look into. So if you guys have any questions or comments, you guys know what to do. Put them down below. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find this MAXXMMA water and air-filled heavy bag. See you guys later. Peace.